Hello friends and welcome to my channel Iballdesigningdeveloper. So welcome to the world of cloud computing with Microsoft Azure. If you are new to Azure and wondering where to begin, the Azure Quick Start Center is your launchpad. It's a powerful built-in tool designed to help you get started fast, whether you are deploying your first virtual machine, setting up a web app, or exploring Azure services for the very first time. No more confusion or endless documentation. Quick Start Center guides you step by step with interactive tutorials, pre-configured templates, and best practices all at one place. So in this video, we will uncover some amazing tips about Microsoft Azure, that how we can use it with Quick Center, and basically what is Quick Start Center in Microsoft Azure. So if you understand this amazing video in which we will be learning these all amazing things, so remember to hit a like, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like this, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing, hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my videos which I will be uploading in future. So now what we are waiting for, let's move to computer screen and let's get dive into it. Alright, so now we're on the computer screen, and like I've told you in the start that today in this video I will be telling you that how you can use Microsoft Azure, like how you can use their Quick Start Center if you want to work with. So in this video we'll be understanding that also. As there is written in this article, we will learn how to get started easily with Azure using Azure Quick Start Center. The Azure Quick Start Center is a tool in the Azure portal to help you find the right services for you to get started in Azure with confidence. A little over here, Azure made the Quick Start Center generally available, and it offers you three main ways to get started. So in this video I will be telling you that if you are starting with Azure, if you are starting with any cloud platform, so how you can use their Quick Start Center. As I've told you in the previous two videos about Microsoft Azure, because we are using that cloud platform here in this cloud tutorial series, so that's why I will be just telling you about Microsoft Azure, that how you can use its Quick Start Center. But if you are using some other cloud platform like AWS or Google Cloud, so they have their Quick Start Center, so you have to learn from other tutorial that how you can use their Quick Start Center. But in this video we will be talking about Microsoft Azure Quick Start Center, that how we can use it and what's the purpose to use its Quick Start Center, like what features does this Quick Start Center gives you that normally you don't have to write without like with codes or that. Also, first of all, we need to understand how we can implement this Quick Start Center on Azure. So implementation, in implementation here it is written like, so how do we find the Quick Start Center? Like this is the first question, how we can find Quick Start Center before implementing anything on that. So the most helpful way is just to type it into the search, and you can see that there's a little rocket icon. So here we are in the Quick Center. When you will be just searching like in Microsoft Azure, you need to open Microsoft website. After opening Microsoft website, you need to visit their Quick Center, or you can say Quick Start Center, and after visiting there you need to just see a little rocket which you will be seeing when you will be pressing search bar, and after seeing that little rocket you need to press it, and then boom, you are in the Quick Start Center. That's so simple. After moving to Quick Start Center, we need to understand how we can implement these things, as we have understand at the top that how we can use Azure with Quick Start Center. So moving down here, there is mentioned here, you will see there are three main ways to get started. First, you can choose from some of these popular scenarios in order to start the first project. In this article, we are going to look into how to find the right service for you in order to start your first project. So you have a couple of different scenarios that you can choose from. You can create a web app, you can deploy a virtual machine, you can also start a data analytics project, or you can back up some of your data. So there are some ways written, or you can say some main ways written, that how you can start with this Quick Start Center when you're working with Microsoft Azure. So the first way it is telling me is that you can choose from some of these popular scenarios in order to start your first project. You can just find what is the right service for you in order to start with your first project. So you can have a couple of different scenarios that you can choose from. You can create a web app, you can also deploy your virtual machine, you can deploy a website or app as well, and if you want to start any data analytics project on Quick Start Center, so you can do that as well. And moving forward, if you want to have some backup of your data or backup of your, you can say, database which you are storing in, so you can do that using this Quick Start Center as well. Moving down, now when you are in Quick Start Center, we have understood how we can implement things on it. Now we need to understand that how we can just look through some guides which will help us understanding how we can use Quick Start Center easily. So When you will be moving on to Quick Start Center, you will be seeing one button, Get Started. You need to just press that Get Started. Now it will be asking you to create a web app, to deploy a virtual machine, to deploy and run a container-based app, or to store backup or archive data, build, deploy and operate a serverless app like all. So you will be getting these all things here when you will be moving on to Quick Start Center. Just basically it will be asking you that why you need to use Quick Start Center, because obviously if you are using Quick Start Center in Azure, so you need to define the purpose as well, why you are using, to deploy anything, to store anything, or to create anything. So you need to see that all. After understanding these all things, or after getting these all options, now you can look through some of the guides that help you to understand how to set up your Azure environment, how to migrate to the cloud from the on-premise environment, and how to drive innovation in your cloud first application. So you can also take an online course if you want to learn more about some of the Azure fundamentals concept. You can just check out courses, but moving forward I will be telling you in this tutorial series about some of the Azure fundamental concepts, from which you will be also having a good mindset that if we are starting with Microsoft Azure, creating our first project, so how we can do that. But in this video, the purpose to explain these all things is that you should have a mindset, a good mindset, that how we can use a Quick Start Center of this platform called Microsoft Azure, which is a cloud platform. And obviously we are using this Quick Start Center to make our code, so you can say, to make our work clean, to make our work simple, and to make our work easy. And that's the reason I am just explaining you all these things about Quick Start Center, which you need to understand as a beginner. So here, moving forward, when you will be just moving on to Quick Start Center, you need to press Get Started to create your project. After creating anything, like if you are hosting your app, if you are creating any web app, if you are like running virtual machine, so you need to get started. After getting started with your project or with your thing which you are using, using this Azure Quick Start Center, you need to move on to second tab, which is Take an Online Course. So you will be getting this Take an Online Course tab just after this Get Started tab here. And after moving on to this Take an Online Course, you can just take an online course of cloud concepts. You can learn about principle of cloud computing. You can also understand about core cloud services. You can also manage services with Azure portal. You can just learn about Quick Start Center more by moving on to their Take an Online Course, from which you will be having a good understanding how we can use Quick Start Center, or what are some cloud concepts which we need to understand when we are working with Microsoft Azure. So here there is one thing mentioned, let's create a web app. So in order to do, you have to go to click here, and you can see there are a couple of different ways that you can get started to create a web app in Azure. Azure offers a couple of different services, so you can use Azure web apps, container based web apps, and I can do it through DevOps, or I can even create a serverless web app through Azure and function. So these are some things which you normally not get in normal Azure if you're using it. So if you use Microsoft Azure with Quick Center, you will have more plus things in this feature, like you will be having some couple of different services. You can also create Azure web apps, you can also create some container based web apps, and you can also create apps using DevOps, and you can also create a serverless web app, which is really amazing, through Azure, and you can also use its function. So these are some plus points which you will be getting in Quick Center. But if you're using normal Microsoft Azure just as a cloud platform, so you will be not getting those features as I've told you at the top. So there are some other things written how you can create a web app here using Microsoft Azure Quick Start Center. To learn the difference between these, you can click on the card where you can learn more and understand what is this in the first place, why would I want to use it, how does this web app connect to other services in Azure through this reference architecture diagram, what are some of the prerequisites that I might need, and see about pricing. And you can also see here that you can create 10 web apps for free with my free Azure account. So if you're using free Azure account, so it will be giving you some, you can say, a free trial thing in which you can create 10 free web apps. But if you want to create more than 10 web apps, so you need to purchase it here. And in the previous videos as well, I have told you you need to purchase a little bit of this Azure platform. You just need to pay for those things which you are using, not for anything extra which you are not using. So that's really amazing thing about Microsoft Azure, as I've explained you previously as well. So here one thing is also mentioned there, you will be getting a create button after creating your project. So you need to press that create button, and you will be landed on a create a form for the web app, and you just need to fill out a few key details before you can create my web apps resource. And you just need to fill out the subscription resource group, or you can also create a new one, the name of your web app, and you can pick your runtime stack and operating system as well as region, and you can click review and you can create your project. And after creating your project, you can simply use it. Here when you will be creating web app, it will be asking asking you to give your project details, which you can easily give because it is not really difficult to give any project detail to your project. Just you need to give the name to your resource group. You need to create a name of your project. If you are creating web app, so you need to give name to your web app. After that, you need to publish it. You can publish it as a code, or you can also publish it as a Docker container. And then you need to select its runtime stack. Operating system, if you're using Windows, you need to select Windows. Linux, so you need to select Linux. If you're using Mac, so you can select Mac. And after doing that, you just need to review it. If it's perfect, so you can just press create, and then your web app or the project which you are creating will be created successfully. And that's the way how you can use Microsoft Quick Start Center in an easy and simplest way. And I hope you understand how we can use it in a simple and easiest way. So if you have understand this amazing video in which I have explained you how you can use Microsoft Azure Quick Start Center, so remember to hit a like to this video. And if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like this, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing, hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my videos which I will be uploading in future. So just I will be meeting you next tutorial or in next project using Microsoft Azure or any other language. So for today, goodbye.